This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that hype button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Pharrell saying he wants Jay-Z and DJ Drama to do a Gangsta Grillz mixtape. He says, I want it to be done now, but not with current beats, with crazy stuff like Led Zeppelin and everything else. And I'm like, bro, I'm not sure if everybody wants this. Nobody, okay, I'm making a bold statement right here, because I'm speaking for myself, okay? But I don't hear people, let me say that. 444 was a good album, don't get me wrong, but I don't hear people playing songs from that album anymore. Jay-Z, if Jay-Z were to come out with an album right now, I would want to hear him, and would never get this, Watch the Throne Part 2. What I think's going to happen is Jay-Z is thinking of either doing a mixtape right now or an album. Both will be on, either or would be on beats that he can actually monetize, because since when did you really hear a Jay-Z mixtape he didn't monetize, you know? So, you're going to, I think you're definitely going to get Kendrick Lamar coming out at the LA show, and you're going to hear him and Kendrick diss Drake. That's for sure going to happen. And I think you're going to get an album rollout between LA and France where everybody gets the album or mixtape with a ticket. If you did 3 nights back to back and everybody got it, you're looking at, he's doing the same numbers as Drake. That's what it would look like, because everybody that gets a ticket gets a free album. Comes with the ticket. You just build it into the price. And it will come with physical. It would be, I think it would be registered as a physical and not a stream. And they would be like, oh, who's selling physical albums like me right now? Right? I don't know. We'll see. All right, so Travis Scott allegedly got roughed up at a club and kicked out by some people affiliated with 50 Cent over the whole Cuban link thing. I think he took that personally, and because it was like a shot, like, yo, I got your girl. You know, that's the thing with rappers anyways. Yo, I effed your girl, bro. You know, so that's what I'm hearing that happened, but they show something. I don't know if it's 100% true, but that's what kind of is being talked about right now. And usually things like that wouldn't just come out, you know, like, especially about 50 Cent. He usually moves more like a presidential type of person, in and out. He's not just hanging out at the Fanatics Festival or something like that, you know. Hollywood YC says he loaned Offset $5,000, never got paid back, then was turned down for a verse because he was going to get a feature instead of the $5,000. Offset was like, yo, my features aren't 5,000, bro. They're 20. So, but you still owed the man $5,000. So I don't know, you know, I don't know how to look at that, but you know, Offset just showed, and it was over gambling. He borrowed the money. He needed to keep rolling. He needed to keep trying to get his money back. He has a gambling problem. My Son answers Jay-Z's Target freestyle with a letter to Hove. I don't know, man. You know, the activists were pretty pissed about the whole Target thing and the Colin Kaepernick thing. And, you know, they're trying to hold him accountable. My Son trying to spit like a freestyle type letter. I don't know. You know, you tell me. Rick Ross says he doesn't care about first week numbers. He said this a week before his album came out because he knew it wouldn't sell. I was thinking it was at least going to do 30 though, because I did the number. I took the Spotify numbers and kind of double that for Apple, and it looked like it was going to do 30 at least. And I was like, okay, that's along the lines of his album with Meek, which was a good album. This is a good album. It's not bad. I was like, oh, maybe it'll do 30K. They're saying it's going to do less than 10K. Is that official? Of course, he quickly gets away from it. Bro, I don't care about. I'm beyond numbers, bro. I'm just doing this. Everybody wants to have numbers matter. Numbers matter for anything. The first thing a company's going to want to see is your engagement. What's your engagement? Show me your back end. Pause. So if you did a deal promoting somebody's brand and got paid for it, they're going to want to know your back end for your Instagram or whatever. So, yeah. He can't just brush this off. King Harris, T.I.'s son, basically says, when he thinks of a diva, think about female wrestlers. Black Boy Max is lost, bro. He doesn't know who he is. He's trying to find himself. Anybody who's defending him just doesn't want to really have any friction with him because they're in the streaming world. Let's call it what it is. This guy's confused, bro. He's confused. Let's see. Then we got The Game trying to... The Game hates Hove so much he emulates him sometimes. If you don't know, The Game, before he dropped his album, the documentary, he dropped 2 albums with JT the Big Figure where he's just dissing Hove the whole time. He was on... And Hove didn't even know who he was. But he just kept dissing Hove. He hated Hove. Now, he's trying to rock a fro like Hove. Is he going to do a Caesar next? Is he doing a Caesar next? Let's see. The Game is weird, bro. Anything that's popping at the moment, he's like, I'm going to do this because it's cool now. Like, he's kind of like a follower. He used to be a leader. Now he's a follower. And I like The Game. And I'm waiting for him to drop another album because I heard snippets. It sounded good. Rick Ross must have paid this girl a lot. Okay, he pays her to go on red carpets. She usually doesn't kiss him in public, but he's like, you really lit me up, not kissing me in public. Everybody talks about it. This shows that Rick Ross reads the comments. So he paid her a little more money. She gave him a little smooch. Not on the lips, on the side, like a cheek, like an auntie kiss. And he was like, see, she loves me. Bro, you paid her for the rollout to go on the dates with you. She's your arm candy for this week. Lil Wayne, they say Lil Wayne must not be human because he knows so much about aliens and why they're little and they have big heads and big eyes. So I was like, bro. He looks like an alien, though. Let's be real. He looks like an alien. All right, so DJ Camilo responded to Flex saying that DJ Enuff was doing Payola. DJ Camilo says DJ Enuff wasn't let go because of Payola. He was let go from Hot 97 due to budget cuts and broader changes in the station, just like what's happening across the industry, overall radio stations. Do not believe the grumpy man, Frank Cutlass. We hold a lot of respect for you, for your information. Then Funk Funk says, Camilo, I think this was a great way to move forward in a positive way. I agree with you that I didn't get enough fired. And he didn't get fired for Payola. He got let go because Hot 97 was making budget cuts and moving in a different direction like many stations across the country. I was a bit confused with DJ Enuff, TMZ, and Drink Champ statements, but think there's full clarity now. Tomorrow, said what he's rolling this back. Case solved and closed. I'm moving on. Positive energy. Flex, bro. You called someone out for Payola, which is illegal, and now you're rolling it back because you know what? I'm going to tell you what probably happened. Funk Flex thinks he's slick. Back in the day, Flex used to say somebody won a record plate or something, and this is how most people do it. He was like, yo, just go to Funk Flex Cars, they'd buy rims or something like that, you know? And that's how he got paid, you know? And I think that was going to get exposed. Big Meech reveals Gucci Mane wanted to join BMF back in the day, but he was turned down. And now they're both accused of being rats. It's weird. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Appreciate Appreciate you all so much. Peace.